Hey guys, welcome back to 1776 or Bust. So on the table, you see my Glock 19 in my custom holster from Courage Holsters. Great holster maker for outside the waistband. A lot of customizable stuff, which is why I actually got this from them. Now, the holster wore it outside the waistband the whole weekend. Very happy to do so because it's very comfortable to do that. But this review isn't actually about the gun or the holster. And as you can see, it's clear. This review is actually about the sights that I actually put on the handgun. So I'm going to zoom in a little bit here and see if I can get a better picture for you on these. But one of the things that I was looking for when I wanted to get sights for this handgun was something that I was accustomed to using. Obviously, a three-dot sight is very traditional for a lot of people. I tend to go back and forth. You know, I do like simpler sight pictures, especially if you're shooting in a self-defense situation. So for me, I like the setup of big dots, even the standard dot. I like the setup of the Ameriglo iDot Pros. I've actually had Ameriglo iDot Pros on a Shield and a Glock 19 before this one and have always been satisfied with them. Never had any issues. They glow very well. And honestly, guys, I've never really had any issues with Ameriglo at all. And I have to tell you that for me, two of the things that I have to say I've always liked about Ameriglo is, number one, good stuff, period. They just make great sights. And if you've used them, and if you have them on your handguns right now, you're going to know exactly what I'm talking about. If you haven't used them before, I would suggest looking into them for the second reason. And the second reason is the price. Many times when you look at sights, yes, you can go out and get yourself some Trigicons, and the Trigicons are great sights. I've had a set. They're wonderful sights. However, they are at a premium price. Now, some will say you get what you're paying for, and they'd be absolutely right. You get what you pay for. However, sometimes if you're kind of pinching pennies and you're kind of working on a budget, you want something a little bit cheaper, but is as good a quality as something else, I would absolutely 100% recommend Ameriglos to you guys because they're just that good. Again, you see some of the features that you see on like higher end versions, like let's say the Trigicons. You'll notice you have your little orange circle in the front here. The only difference really between this and the Trigicon is that you don't have that little crystal in there that kind of covers everything up, keeps it nice and clean and really just things out of there. However, you would also realize that this does not glow in the dark. Now with Trigicons, the front sight does glow when you hit some light on it. With this one, it does not. It's just it's orange paint, and that's about it. Now the rears on the Spartan, and that's what these are. These are actually the Spartan sights. And let me zoom out a little bit. Let's see, zoom out. There we go. What you have to realize with the Spartan sights too is that you don't get that iDot Pro look with it's like a straight 8. Instead, what you're going to get is your traditional 3-dot sight setup. Now, one of the things that I have to say I like about these very much is the fact that even though you have a bit of a shelf where you can do one-hand manipulations on the rear sight, it isn't super high. It's very, very, I guess you could say streamlined with height. So when you do bring up this orange sight to your front eye or to your eyes, and you notice it actually sits perfectly because of the notch that's back here. Instead of having a rounded notch or a U-notch, it is a squared notch, but there's a lot, I wouldn't say a lot, but there is some room in between the notch in the rear and the front post. And I actually like that because it does give you a little bit more perception when you're trying to shoot your gun as to whether or not you want to move it left or right. For me, it works. It may not be for everybody, but I like having that extra little bit of play in between. I just feel it gives you a better perspective on what you're shooting at. But again, everybody's going to be different and everybody's going to have a different opinion. I mean, overall, the sights that I've always had from Ameriglos have been great. I've had no issues with them whatsoever. I would say that the quality of these are as good quality as any other sights on the market. And really, you're getting them for a really good price. Now, some of them can range anywhere. I've seen them going for $40, $45, especially with hackathorns because you're only getting the front tritium with the blacked out rear. You can find iDot Pros anywhere from about 60 and up, depending on where you go. I mean, I look at eBay a lot, and I always have a lot of good luck there. You know, for these, you can find these anywhere from, probably about $80 and up. So, I mean, to me, that's a very good deal. Why? Because you're getting 2 rear inserts and the front insert as well. Not to mention, when you look at the Spartan sights from the rear, you will notice that these do not stand out very much. So this is a very bright area here. And why that's good is because when and if you do have to put this gun up to your eye level in an emergency situation, your eye should catch the attention of this orange circle in the daylight. And then, of course, at night, all of them have tritium. The front grows slightly brighter. So as a result, that should still also draw your attention to the front post. With that being said, guys, I have no problem recommending Ameriglos. If you have not tried them, you really should. They're fantastic products. They make wonderful sights, and they make them affordable. Again, I wish I could show you what they look like in the dark. I tried it several times, and I just can't get a good enough picture with my camera. The camera doesn't have a lot of low light or I should say low light sensitivity. So unfortunately I can't show that to you, but I would try and tell you, or let me see if I can do it this way. I doubt it. I don't think that's going to be a waste of time. But nonetheless, if you're looking for good quality night sights, you don't want to spend an arm and a leg to get it, but you want good quality, then absolutely try Ameriglo. Again, I'm not getting paid to tell you that, guys. I'm just telling you because I use it on my own handguns. Anything that I'm using because I want to use it. I'm using it because I feel comfortable using it. And I certainly don't use it just to say, hey, look at me, I got some Ameriglos. I'm using it because I feel like they're quality and I can rely on them. So take it for what it's worth. If you like Ameriglos, love to hear what you have to say. If you have any other options out there, I know Trigicons are very popular. I'd love to hear what you guys think are the best sights out there. So I hope you guys have a great night. Stay safe out there. And as always, freedom is never free.